Green Heifer Farm. Green Heifer Farm. We got every herb you need in our loving arms. Green Heifer Farms. Green Heifer Farms. She's got every herb you need in her loving arms.
Hey everyone, it's Pharmacy coming to you from Green Heifer Farms. I'm about to head into town, run some errands, and also go visit some farmer friends. So I decided, let me just come out here and show y'all a real farmer fashion. Not saying other farmers aren't real, because you know how you say something quick, it'd be like, oh, you throwing shade. Like, well, get out the sun. Do you have sunscreen on? Okay? Maybe you need some shade. But anywho, no, I mean, like, this is what I legit wear. So when I come back, I can easily transition into action. So I have on my freshly overalls, got a lot of space. You know, I like my overalls to be pretty fitted in case, you never know. I want to be ready, you know. I have on my M-Fon vest. Both of these, okay, both of these pieces are Dovetail Workwear, of course. This vest is life. It's so warm. This is comfortable if I need to throw a jacket on top of it or put something under it. I have lots of space, all the pockets, so warm on the inside. What shoes I got on? I got on just some little black booties. The mission of Dovetail Workwear is to encourage women to enter and succeed in non-traditional occupations. I've been rocking with them for some time now. I absolutely love the values of the company. I love the quality of the clothing. And if you would like to invest in some quality workwear pieces, definitely use Farmers C or check the description and get the link and go ahead and up-level your workwear. Thanks, Dovetail. So now come with me as I go visit my friends Phoebe and Hector of Hawk's Nest Healing Gardens in Durham, North Carolina. We're going to learn about their experience in working with the Nrcs, agritourism, and check out their composting toilet.
No, that's from the start. Tell people to,
Good to see you. What's his name?
Kona.
Kona?
Kona.
Oh, Kona. You're gorgeous. I'm going to focus in just a minute. Just let me give Kona just a moment.
He's a good boy.
Clearly, somebody is a little spoiled.
Yes. Oh. Yes.
Just a little bit?
Farm dog?
Yeah, right. He's like, labor? What is that? But these are your failed trees?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. In order to set up the high tunnel, we had to cut some trees on that area. There were about 7 or 8 trees. So we have some
Loblolly pines.
Yeah.
And a couple of sweet gum.
Yeah, so some companies came and said like they would cut it for $16,000.
Cut it for $16,000?
Yeah, but don't worry because they will take the trash away, so we're not gonna see anything.
Ah.
And I was like, but those are beautiful trees, and you know we really want to honor them. And
I'm paying you $16,000 to take away beautiful wood for me.
Yeah, nobody wants these trees, blah blah blah. But fortunately, with the Howard told us like, no, you can.
Howard Allen.
Yeah. At Faithful Farms.
Yeah. He came for some reason to visit us, and he told us like you can cut this, and then he recommended us
Randall from Fireside Sawmill.
Yeah,
I haven't heard.
So he's a mobile sawmill.
Okay.
And,
so we got these companies, Latin-owned company. These guys cut those trees for $5,000 in the right length that we needed.
Yeah.
Then Randall come and cut the trees.
He
milled them.
Okay.
So with, you see that the lumber underneath.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is part of the
All of that?
Yeah, and
honestly,
much more.
that is 1/4.
Oh, wow. And the toilet.
Yeah. And with, like you see, with the slabs.
And the end, these are the end pieces.
Wow.
We make the boxes.
And we use the wood for the high tunnel. too.
The high tunnel, the walls and the tables. And also with the mulch, we've been really successful in terms of suppressing weeds.
Yes,
on the
it looks
path.
fantastic out here.
And we use a lot of firewood because people said, oh, this is not good, but we really use it for our ceremonies, for our sod lodge once a month. So
Okay.
we plenty firewood and all these materials. And at the same time, we've been creating the terraces. We're gonna see the height on the close.
Yeah.
We are avoiding the erosion because we have like a 8% of slope here in the farm.
Okay.
So now, by building the terraces, we're able to retain good soil and create better soil and grow more food with those practices. Trees. So we have some
Loblolly pines.
Yeah.
And a couple of sweet gum.
yeah, so some companies came and said like they will cut it for $16,000.
Cut it for 16,000.
Yeah, but don't worry because they will take the trash away, so we're not gonna see anything. And I was like, but those are beautiful trees, and you know we really want to honor them. And
I'm paying you 16,000 to take away beautiful wood for me.
Yeah. Nobody wants these trees, blah blah blah. But fortunately, with the Howard told us like, no, you can.
Howard
you can,
Allen.
Yeah. At Faithful Farms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He came for some reason to visit us, and he told us like you can cut this, and then he recommended us
Randall from Fireside Sawmill.
Yeah.
I haven't heard.
So he's a mobile sawmill.
Okay.
And,
So
yeah.
we got this company, it's a Latin-owned company. These guys cut those trees for $5,000 in the right length that we needed.
Yeah.
Then Randall come and cut the trees.
He milled them.
Milled them.
Okay.
So with you see that the lumber underneath.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is part of the
All of that?
yeah, and
Honestly,
much
it
more.
was that is one. What they did, I guess, my understanding is that they took the they took it and made a kit. So if you go online through Rimmel, you have to like
Pick the pieces out and all of that.
Pick all the pieces, put it in your cart, figure it out. Whereas Johnny's has it all together, and there's like 3 different kind of options you can do. And so I was like, you know what? Let's get the kit. Let's make it as easiest on ourselves as possible.
Yeah.
But it probably was a little bit more money.
Okay.
But yeah, but
This
you know,
looks fantastic
right?
though
Really?
in here.
Yeah.
And it feels so good.
So good. Yeah. So we got some kale, lettuce, spinach. Ooh, and over here we have started some roselle, Thai roselle hibiscus, and so
They grow beautiful, they grow beautiful plants, period. But I'm in love with their hibiscus, y'all.
and these are our seeds. So
Oh, look at your germination rate.
isn't it great?
Phenomenal.
Actually, I will say that I think about 3 rows, it's either this side or it's this side of seeds I bought because I wanted to test and make sure that
Okay.
our germination was okay.
Okay.
So I was like, well, let me see. And so far, it seems like our germination rate is on point with the...
on point.
Yeah.
Because
what we
even,
bought.
I mean, there's things popping up in the ones that
Yeah.
look empty.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
coming.
wow.
And it's getting warmer, so they're coming out more
And those
now.
are black cherry tomatoes.
Those are black cherry tomato, yeah, that I want
Okay.
to grow and see how. So they're just starting to pop up, and yeah.
Cilantro, Drunken Woman lettuce. Oh, that's a name. Is this a balm?
Yep, lemon balm.
Lemon balm. Okay.
And some plantain and maypop, and plants
Passion
that-
flower.
Passion flower.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
That we want to sell. I started some cosmos to see what happens with those. And we have these
Beautiful.
are all nettles in
I
pots.
thought that was stinging nettles.
stinging nettle. So
I've been stung by them enough not to go too
you're-
close.
if you're interested, I want to sell pots of them
Oh,
so people
I
can
am.
get. And this is the time of year too.
Absolutely, yeah, because
your
mine are
patch
really
started.
popping up.
Yeah.
I have to figure out something with mine because I have them
you
in and I'm sensitive
Uh-huh.
to them.
Yeah.
But I don't have enough shade for mine. I need to figure out it because they like a little shade.
They can do full sun.
They can.
Yeah,
Okay.
they can do full sun. I mean, ours grew in full sun. I mean, if you really feel like during the hot part of the year, you could probably just put a little shade cloth over them. But they'll do full sun to part shade. Actually, they like more sun than some of their other like.
I have some partial shade once the trees they're filling back in.
Yeah.
So I'll have some partial shade. Yeah. I want some pots.
But they do want sun, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, good.
Yeah, and yarrow too, and that was all from the land.
So
that's
I didn't know I had yarrow.
Yeah.
No.
I was thinking those were like little baby ferns or something.
Yeah.
And then I used my Seek app.
Yep.
App.
I have that. Yep.
Seek app, and then I realized that I have some.
Yep.
And this came from the land.
Yeah, the yarrow was all here when we got here, so.
Oh, beautiful.
So, I just started to, start potting up some of these things to sell. And it is nice to have them in the high tunnel. Like these have overwintered here, and now they're really nice and big and beautiful, so.
You gonna tell us online that they're for sale so we can buy it?
Yes. We have medicinal plants here for sale.
Yes.
Singing nettle, the yarrow.
Medicinal
lemon
plants,
balm,
vegetables.
Yeah, absolutely. And so let me show you something about the lettuce that we just learned.
Okay.
If you want to see.
Okay.
Do you want to put that down?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Okay. So this is what we just learned about why it's so important to eat local foods.
Hold on. Let me get my phone too. I'm gonna double record.
Okay. This is something we learned recently about why it's so important to eat local foods, because in the grocery store so much is coming from so far away that the nutrients are leaving the plant essentially by the time they even get to the store. So this is this is a romaine lettuce, and when you pick it fresh, you can start to see the milk coming. You can see it down here too. See how it's milking? Mm-hmm. And that is actually full of antioxidants. And so the milk leaves this plant after about 24 hours.
Wow.
So you got to eat it fresh.
Wow. Okay.
The black magic kale has been my favorite, dinosaur lacinato kale to grow. And yeah, I love to eat the black magic kale.
And what is this that's bolted?
So I was experimenting with an Ethiopian kale.
Okay.
I got from Ujamaa seeds, and I wanted to, experiment with growing a different kind of kale. So
Okay.
I've learned some things about this Ethiopian kale. She's a strong plant.
Okay.
A little bit of a bitter green. I would consider more bitter than some of the other kales. So really good and super healthy.
Okay.
And we decided to let a few plants go to seed for pollinator.
Okay.
Well, this is not just for pollinators, but letting the flowers come is also a really good habitat for our beneficials. So predatory insects that are going to come in and eat the bad pests.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
They're beautiful.
So we're feeding and creating habitat for them to live in too.
Yeah, and since we just installed this the bees for this season, I think they're able to, when we open the walls, roll it up, they're able to come in and get some nectar as well. And
You've got a beautiful yellow dock right there, Rumix crispus.
What should I do with that?
The
I'm
root.
just letting it grow. Yeah, and
Well,
just
you can
harvest
when the
root
leaves are
eventually?
young. So Rumix crispus translates to sour leaves. So when the leaves are young, they're more tasty to put in like a salad, etc.
Yeah.
But you're growing this for the root, and it's a biennial. It's a 2-year.
Okay.
And so the root is an alternative. It's a natural like laxative. So it helps with regularity.
Okay.
It's traditionally used to support liver health
Okay.
as well.
So would I wait for next year and then
You could. I
and
mean,
then pull up the
yeah,
root
you
and
could.
dry it or eat it fresh? Do you know?
I dry it.
Okay.
I chop it up wet because it has a huge taproot on it.
Yeah.
And so I chop it up wet and then dry it and then blend it.
Planted a whole bunch from the garden if you
Okay.
want to see. So they were in pretty good sun, and now they're like kind of partial shade here.
Okay.
So I just transplanted
Okay.
those last week because
Look at them.
Right? Don't they look happy?
They look very happy.
And I just want to let them, take over here
And do their thing.
And they were in the garden where people were like doing this to walk by, and so now it's just like, and they can even create kind of a barrier.
Yeah, close it off a little bit, make sure
Yeah.
nobody unwanted comes by. Well, if they do, they'll get a little zing.
I mean, I built some little things in my lab, but this is the biggest thing. And again, we use our own trees. So this is a really good system. It took me 8 months to get the permitting to build it, but I got it.
How many months?
8 months.
8 months
Yeah,
to
but
get a
now
permit?
I'm doing some conferences around to teach people that we can do it. That there's a precedent that we can, we can fight, because it was a legal fight. Just myself, no lawyer, nothing, but say like, we are protecting water. Why you don't allow me to use a composting toilet that also it's a certified composting toilet?
Yeah,
And,
it was a lot to
No,
go
that's state of the art.
through the bureaucracy.
Yeah.
And the system
yeah.
to like, there was a lot of 8 months of email back.
Was it Durham City, Durham County?
County.
Durham County, okay. But now that you set the precedent, that makes it easier, right, for the next person?
Exactly. And we're here to help them. And it's not, it depends on each county, but we have the law on our side pretty much. That's the thing. And so why you speak is because besides the composting toilet, we want to build a shower.
Yeah, oh, that's the size, okay.
Because we're gonna start renting the space here for camping.
Yeah,
tents.
oh, some agritourism.
So they can use the bathroom and eventually the shower.
The
we
shower.
have a youth group coming for an overnight in May.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, you all are.
Well, we're not hosting. We're hosting, but they are coming.
Bringing
their-
with everything.
Yeah, all of their chaperones.
So
and
you see
everyone.
here
Yeah.
is the pipe for the shower.
Oh.
It's going to be in this corner.
Okay.
And
I figured out the light.
we need to do the in order to get a permitting, you have to comply with the ADA regulations. So you have to be as inclusive as you can, and obviously we want to,
Yeah.
That's why we have the ramp. I need to level it a little bit more.
Okay.
But yeah, with the handles,
We have to
and
put some
eventually,
handles.
I want to fill out all these with mud or adobe. So we want this to be all natural as possible to show people that we can build our own things with our own materials.
Okay. I heard Adobe didn't do so well because of the humidity down in the southeast.
I think it depends the mix of what you do, what is the average, what you have to put in.
Okay.
We are planning we need to find someone that teaches how to use the local clay.
Yeah.
Thing. And because you see these old barns, right? And in between these huge planks, they fill it out with this mud, and this is still there. But yeah, obviously we are learning, right? So hopefully we can get the right thing.
And you say you never built
No.
anything complex before?
No, but this is
Really?
masterpiece, and I'm really happy and proud of that because
I mean, I can say that too. I promise you, mine will not look like this. I promise you, it's not me doubting myself. It's me being very realistic.
And just with the basic tools,
That's-
I have just a couple of.
It was a lot of
you
time,
have a
though.
gift. Yeah.
It was a lot of time, and to learn and do the process. And as farmers, like we're talking about how it's like you have to kind of be everything. You got to be an accountant. You have to be the marketing manager. You have to be a farm manager. You got to know how to grow the food, and then you also have to be a builder,
Business development, accountant,
a
website
carpenter,
manager, social media strategist.
Yeah, all of these
Yeah.
things.
And we're gonna talk about that, I guess, about the high tunnel. But we got this grant through the extension. right? They
Okay.
need to give me all the
Through
money that I
Ag
asked.
Oh, this was Ag Ventures.
So
Yes.
Okay.
the composting
Good.
toilet was through Ag Ventures because they're recognizing that this is a bathroom access is a huge barrier to agritourism.
Exactly.
And having visitors and people on your farm.
Yes.
And so and we also, especially with COVID, it was you've been here before. We were opening up our house. People were coming inside to use the bathroom. So. We're like, we need something outside, accessible.
Yeah, accessible, and then I think it helps, for me at least, mental and emotionally, my health, having some separation.
Yeah.
Because if I'm just letting you into my personal space, then the lines get blurred between business and personal.
And I think the other thing I talk about is that we're out here cleaning up the outside space, and then we had to go inside and clean that up too.
Yes.
It's like, can we just focus on one or the other?
Exactly.
And like I wanna say that it's good to have all these grants. It's really helpful, but since they don't consider labor, you have to pay somebody that it may be really expensive. Or you have to learn and use your time to invest. I mean, I invest weeks and weeks and weeks learning and
months.
Months doing this, just building it, plus getting the permitting, and
Exactly.
And then that's taking time away from
your business and
growing
your family
the veggies and all the other things that you have to do.
And not only that, I think for us in particular, farmers of color, there's an expectation that we're going to provide education to the community. Like there's that whether we want to or not. Yeah. That is not something that's necessarily placed on other demographics and populations. And so if you want us to be able to facilitate that, then help with the resources to make that as easy as possible.
Absolutely. And I mean, we did build this. We wanted to get it permitted so that he could consult and teach and and do that, right? But that does come at a cost. I mean, that is our time, expertise, energy, and
I wish y'all had a camera when y'all built this, because then we could create.
We have some videos.
Oh yeah, we have videos.
So you can create a digital course and sell it.
It's not totally step by step.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be.
Okay, it's not, but we do have.
And you can reenact
video
things.
And camera. Yeah. We have a lot. I took a lot of pictures. He took some. And when we do the presentation, we show tons of pictures. And we have like a time lapse video of the walls putting up and stuff, like our kids helping put the walls.
I would create a digital course and sell it.
And like I said, people.
And I know you like to give, and that's cool. You can give it on a sliding scale, maybe.
I'd like to accept also.
Okay, abundance. Okay, look at that growth. Look at that growth. Because I know when we first started talking, I'm like, girl. I love it.
And I tell people, like, you can, if you use bathroom, you can build something really smaller,
much smaller.
Yeah. And
because I have a Nature's Head toilet. It's smaller than that though, but it does have I've never used it. It has like an incinerator thingy.
Yeah.
And it plugs in.
Yeah.
I didn't smell anything in here.
No.
There's no scent, no anything.
And actually, we still smell the pine.
Because the fan is taking
the
everything out.
System. Yeah.
I love your signs.
Yeah, well,
if you pee, let it be.
Well, they came with the company.
Yeah, that's the company's.
That's their little motto.
Okay.
So it's if you poop, add a scoop.
Add a scoop. I saw that. And what is that?
Compost.
Okay.
This is compost that it's pretty much ready.
Okay.
And we have a little bit of bacteria that the same
microbes,
company sell. But once it's working, and I also had some worms.
Okay.
And we put in some art.
I saw that. I saw they made a touch.
Yeah, we'll have more once the.
If you're sitting here for a minute, you know.
Oh, we got some magazines.
I saw. Though I was like, you better grab it before you get over there.
Yeah. So anyway,
this is beautiful.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. You want to go to the high tunnel?
Sure. Are you happy with this, Hector? Are you happy with how it turned out?
Oh, I love it. And it's working because from October to December, we receive like 300 people. And I have these questions often, like, how many people can use the toilet? And so far, I mean, 3 to 5 people can use it daily. I mean, if they're just talking about pooping, right? Otherwise, you can receive 20 people. It is really efficient, and also I'm improving it by bringing some more passive energy to suck the urine faster, and eventually we're gonna set up somewhere urinal,
Okay.
so we can catch it for our compost as well. So we're gonna release some humidity out of the toilet.
Okay. One sec.
seed company.
Okay.
And so it's a kit.
Yeah, so you see the garlic, it's coming out, but I just noticed this morning that the some points are kind of a yellowish, brownish. That I never seen that before. I don't know if maybe it's been raining a lot. I don't know. But
Okay.
this morning I just noticed that, and we're growing some carrots on this. We have some lavender.
How does your lavender do? Looks like it's happy.
It's really happy. I don't know what variety is this one.
Okay.
But Phoebe knows much more in terms of medicinal plants. And we've learned that by growing different kind of vegetables for selling, it's a little bit hard for us because we don't make profit out of selling vegetables. But now we are finding like 4 to 5 crops that we are selling wholesale.
Okay.
And that works better for us.
Okay.
And those plants need less attention, and we have the people that buy them.
Are they medicinal plants? Or vegetables?
Pretty much vegetables.
Vegetables,
But
okay.
But we're transitioning as well into the medicine plants, so we're drying them out and then we are selling them. Little by
Okay.
little.
Okay.
So yeah, this is kind of. But anyway, we grow a lot of other vegetables, but pretty much for us and for teaching purposes, because we run workshops and teach people how to grow food. So it's good, obviously, also to have all this diversity. We grow like 25 to 30 different kind of vegetables throughout the season.
Wow.
And we
And any NRCS funding for pollinator spaces?
Yeah, actually we are applying for that. We're sending some forms that we need to. But yeah, we will be happy because we are doing it, and we are aligned with all these principles. So we are ready. So yeah, we applied already for those. That program too.
What suggestions would you have for NRCS to make the process easier, especially as an urban farm?
I think one is communication. Because the other day they sent me these forms to fill out. So I fill them out, I print them, I send them through the mail, because I was like, I don't use mail that much. So I send them, and then they send us an email asking us to fill the same forms, which means there is something, for some reason they didn't get it, or there's some miscommunication inside the office. I don't know. I was really clear, this is for this person in this office. They asked me to do that, I did. So now I have to refill the forms and send them again, electronic way.
Okay.
So this is kind of like, and it's not that easy. I mean, these forms, like all these, it's a lot of bureaucracy. I mean, filling out forms, it's always not easy. You don't know if you click yes or not, or these different kind of options. You don't know if that's going to be good or not, because you don't know exactly the answer. And for me, English is my second language, so it's even harder. So I have to go through this dictionary of law to figure out.
Do they offer any of the forms in Spanish?
Not that I know.
Really?
And I've been asking here and there, like, hey, there's no. These forms never come in English. Neither the websites are not in Spanish. It's really weird.
That is.
Generally speaking, all the information is in English. It's really a big barrier for people that speak other languages.
Yeah.
So this is our first American garden. So this is pretty much to grow perennial plants.
Oh
And again,
wow.
Phoebe knows much more. I always forget, but we have rue, we have culinary sage, white sage. This is for ceremonial purposes. Rosemary, catnip, echinacea.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah. So if you see there's more lavender here. If you see there's a circle and then there's two rings sectioned in four parts. So we use it as a compass. So I'm standing on the west, so that's east. So I'm able to see where the equinox and solstice are throughout the year, because for us it's very important to understand the cosmology or where we're sitting on. So also this is a kind of maze. We're by the road, right? But if you have a peaceful place away from that, the idea is that you can come to a medicine garden, you can touch the plants, you can smell them, you can bring your book or your iPhone, your phone, and look for this plant, learn about the nutrition facts or ingredients, how you can use it, so you can make a tea, and then in that way you really can integrate it into your body. You know, if you grow and touch the plant and harvest it, you have a better interaction with the plant. You know, I mean, it's good that you can find the plants in capsules or in teas or whatever, but if you have a closer relationship, that's better.
Yeah.
Then this is the first one, right? So we are building the second one here.
Ah.
Going to have the same shape. So the idea is that we are gonna extend this garden to
It's a shame that you can't love me as much as I do. Ooh, and it's a shame.